So now, how you can see, we've got two pieces of the material. One is the front of the thread catcher, and I've got my binding on the back. Just to secure it together, I cut it to the shape so they match in. And this is the back of the thread catcher. It's slightly bigger and also has the supporting parts. You also need some kind of stabilizer. You can use some fusible, or you can use what I did, so the interfacing. I just folded in half and sew it, so just to secure, so it looks as this is together and has some structure. This is my pillow with the attachment bits. I sew it with the interfacing inside, folded from left to right, and I left the piece so I can put anything I want inside the cushion. I'm using the lavender, and I sew it together around just to secure the edges. The hole is enough big for me to put the lavender. You will see how I do this later. So now I am gonna to sew the back and the front together, putting the right side to right side and using a 1/4 inch allowance. So now I put the back and front together. I have used clips to secure. I also use the pin. Make sure that I use 1/4 inch allowance. The pins are very handy, the clips are very handy. I do use them a lot, just to make sure that my corners are matching, and I always check my machine settings, make sure that I've got everything right. As you see, I adjust my machine. I realize I didn't have the 1/4 inch allowance set, and I always go and secure my corners, and I move the pin along, down, and keep sewing, making sure I've got 1/4 inch allowance. That foot is very good. It's just give me that 1/4 foot inch allowance, and I use it all the time. So I keep sewing alongside. I use the clips because it's quite thick to sew it with the backing, and make sure that I match my corners, and also when I get to the next corner, everything is matching together. So you can see I've got the back and front sewed together with 1/4 inch allowance. One is with the backing, one is not, and that's my supporting strap, which I have shown you how to do it. I will secure that with the pin. It's quite hard to actually secure it, and as you can see, I'm struggling a little bit here to put my pin through, but you want to secure your end just when you then take it to the machine and sew it, it actually stay in place. So I'm gonna to secure it and then sew it together. So as you can see, I sew the back and the little pin cushion together with the back and front. I left myself enough space so when I sew it around, it will not catch, it will be still inside. You want this to move freely, and then you can see that's the back of my thread catcher. So now I will fold that together in half, obviously matching the corners, making sure it's straight. I will sew the corners using the 1/4 inch allowance, right around, leaving myself a gap so I can put my hand through and turn it to the right side. Make sure that you leave yourself enough gap there so you can turn it. As you can see, I'm using the clips to secure back and front together and use the 1/4 seams allowance to sew around it. Now we've got both parts sewed together, so we're gonna to fold it in half, the way I show you, so bend in the middle and then just put two corners together, because we're gonna to mark it a line when we're gonna to sew it and then cut it off. So make sure that our corners are folded nicely together, so like so. As you can see, I am marking the line with the marker. Make sure that you measure the corners so they are same, and then we're gonna to sew it. I will secure my corners with the pin just to make sure that I will sew it in the right place. And then we're gonna to do exactly the same on another side. Make sure the corners are matching. As you can see, I have done the corners and I'm gonna to cut it. You can use the rotary cutter if you prefer it. I just use the scissors. And I will do exactly the same on another side. We're gonna to turn our work to the right side. Make sure the pocket is free. You haven't sewed it together with the side. And then we're gonna to sew the top and close this together, so it's one line. Now, as you see, all is done. So poke that little corners, make sure that they fit and they line evenly, and then we have a little pouch on the side, and we're going to do the top stitch that's make it look better, and then fill with my lavender so you can see that later. As you see, that's how I fill my lavender. I just roll some paper in the corner and get the lavender right in. You make sure you fill all the corners, so when you put your pin is enough cushion inside, and it also smells absolutely amazing. I will then take it to the machine and sew it together to close that little hole. Make sure that you catch both sides of the little cushion. I use the pin to secure it, just to make sure that I've got everything in the right place, so when I sew it, it will just come all nicely together. And there you have it, that's ready. With the lavender, I sew it together, I secure it, make sure I catch all the corners, and you can now use it and enjoy for whatever project you need it.